and all of the viewers present here. I welcomed all of you by the Islamic greeting, Assalamu alaikum. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. Today our debate topic is public sector is the precondition for the development of a country. And I'm Naimur, the leader of the opposition party. And I think that it is not public sector, rather it is private sector which is precondition for the development of a country. Private sector is the driving force behind the economic growth and is essential to achieve the meaningful development outcomes that raise people out of poverty and put them to the road to prosperity. It is the primary source of economic growth, job creation, and government revenue to finance essential goods. I strongly believe that the contribution of the private sectors towards the economy of the world is much more than of the public sector. According to the World Bank figures, net capital flows to developing countries in 2007 topped $1 trillion. In the same year, profit obtained from the private sector in the Asian countries was $107 million. Again, not I, the World Bank has estimated that due to the corruption of public sector from 2007 to 2010, pushed 64 million people back to poverty. Can you even imagine? The corruption of the public sector pushed 64 million people back to poverty. But the profit obtained from the private sector has saved the world from a worldwide crisis. Now my question to my opposition party is that it is clear from the report of World Bank that private sector saves the world from a worldwide crisis made by the public sector. Then those who think public sector is precondition for the development of a country, what a mockery is this? You can also observe the significant role of private sector on education. Private universities are out of control of government and there is no influence of politics in private institutes. Other than this, in government or public universities, there is influence of politics. Dirty politics is present on public university. As a result, session jump is a common phenomenon in public university. Can you even imagine? Courses of 4 years even take 7 to 8 years. There is a loss of 3 to 4 years in a man's life in public university. Who will say this? Other than this, many students involving dirty politics destroy their golden age of life. They become Adubai. You can also observe that, for an instant example, the panic murder of Bishudit Das was done by the politically spoiled student of Jagannath Public University. On the other hand, 3 brilliant students from North South Private University, first time participating on the Microsoft software developing competition, become first in Bangladesh as well as in the world and renowned Bangladesh team in the world. So it is clear from my discussion, above discussion, that public universities create terrorists like Bishudit murderer. On the other hand, private university creates students who renown the name of Bangladesh in the world. So now my question to my opposition party, it is my main question to my opposition party is that who they prefer most for the pioneering of for the precondition of the development of a country? The terrorist, the Bishudit killer, or the brilliant student who own the Microsoft software development competition? Infrastructure development is one of the top priorities of a country's economic progress. Infrastructure projects. With a view to this, the government of Bangladesh has vested the responsibility. This long 9-kilometer 4-lane wide mega structure will not only lessen the traffic jam of Dhaka, but also will be very beneficial to the economic development of our country. Now my question to my opposition party is that if public sector is the precondition for the development of the country, then why our government vested the responsibility of Mayorhani flyover to a private company? Have they gone mad? No, they have not gone mad. They know it is private sector which is the precondition of the development of a country. As a result, they invest in private sector and that development comes and their names renowned. Now next time hopes there is no way underplace that the 1.4 billion people in our earth lives below the international poverty line. That is, they earn $1.25 a day. Neither does it seek to remove the scandal that 1 billion people every night went to bed hungry. But somehow the private sector has the reduction of poverty at the heart of its mission. Can you even imagine, in 1990, 40% of the total population faces extreme poverty, but it has decreased to 20% within 2010 by the effort and by the dint of private sector, not by public sector. You can also observe that in 1971, Bangladesh was independent. In the same year, or in 1972, Malaysia was also independent. But the socio-economic condition of Bangladesh and Malaysia is far different. Why? Because Malaysia has given encourage to private sector, but Bangladesh cannot give 10 years. They have said that within 1971 to 1981, the private sector cannot run in this country. Then I also want to say this: Bangladesh have more than 20 satellite channels and 1 public channel, BTV. How many of you watch BTV? How many of you watch BTV? BTV is a government channel. Government channel, BTV is a government channel, and who are you reliance on? We are reliance on the news of private channel, not on public channel. For entertainment, for sports, for every source, we are reliance on this private channel, such name as Channel I. ATN Bangla, ATN News. Other than this, in the world of the 21st century, internet and computer are the arm for us.
Okay, time is up.
Okay, thank you for all for giving me a chance.